Okay, so today I'm going to discuss about the types of salt. What are salts and the types of salt? So let's discuss it. That what are salts and the types of salts. So let's just remove it. I'm going to discuss here that what are salts and the types of salts. Okay, so first of all, what are salts? I think the font size is. Uh, Let me just increase the font size here. Okay. Mm, it's fine. Yeah, salts. Okay, so salts and its types. So first of all, let's just discuss that what are salts. For first of all, moving ahead to discuss the other thing, then the thing that we need to discuss here is that what are salts. So basically, salts are they are basically composed of two things. The first is when the acid combines with the base, the product that we get is salt. Acid plus base is equals to the final product, which is equals to salt. Acid plus base is equals to salt. This is the final product that we get. Acid plus salt is equals to base. And the other definition of this is that the other definition that states that when let's just the font size just fine when the ionic compound goes into the solution, ionic compound goes into the solution, the ionic compound goes into the solution, the presence of the presence of cation in addition to anion, in addition to the presence of cation in addition to H plus, and addition of anion in addition presence of anion, presence of an ion in addition to OH. So when ionic compound goes into the solution, the presence of cation in presence of the H ion and the presence of anion in presence of the NH OH ion. So this is basically a basic definition of the ionic salt. Like this is the basic definition of the salt. Oh my god. Okay, let's just see it. Hmm. Let's highlight. This is so dark. Let's take another color for it for the highlighting purpose. So this is basically a definition of the salt and acid. For example, if I'm talking about generally about salt, so we when we combine compound we combine when we combine. For example, this is HCl. HCl combines with NaOH and gives NaCl. Right. This is a famous equation, and every one of you um aware about it that what the actual product that we get after the solution. Wait, NaCl. So you can see that this is water is also made, but that's not a concern. But the final thing that we're getting is NaCl. So this is basically a normal salt, which means you can see here in the final salt, neither the H ion nor the OH ion is present. It's still a salt. If we have H ion in any compound that we have gotten, it's important that we must have it. It must be accompanied by any other cation as well. For example, if I'm writing NaH, of course it's not. But if I'm writing Na2H right? For example, this I'm written. You can see here there are two, and first of all plus, then this one minus, and this one plus. So it must be accompanied by the cation or anion. So let's discuss the types of salt now. We're gonna discuss about the types of salt. So let's discuss the types of salt. Yeah. Okay. So first type of salt is acidic or normal salt. Okay. Let's talk about normal salt. Normal salts are formed when the acid combines with base. For example, the acid that we have here is yeah. Let's just say it. Okay. So for example, this is H2SO4, sulfuric acid, H2SO4, sulfuric acid combines with H2SO4 Then we have NH2SO4 combined with salt that we have here is, for example, NaOH. You can see here the both are the strong acid and base. So the final product that we got here is that, maybe it's not visible here. I mean, the black mark is visible. So the final product is Na2, not visible. Oh, I'm trying my best so that will be visible to you guys. Na2SO4, which means that it is hydrogen sodium sulfate. So this is the final product that we have gotten through it. So basically, this is the normal salt. You know, we can see here the presence, neither the H ion is present nor the OH ion, this Na plus and SO4 minus, and is made by this is the reactant of this solution as one strong acid and one strong base. So the salt we have gotten is the normal salt. But what if we talk about the acidic salt? So let's just discuss about the acidic salt here. But the one important that you need to concern about an acidic salt is that there is not a there is a partial dissociation. The partial dissociation of the H ion. Partial dissociation of the H plus ion. We have the partial dissociation of the H plus ion. We have the partial dissociation of the H plus ions, which means they are not completely present in a solution. These are partial dissociation of a H plus ion. For example, let's take an example here. Let's take an example of, okay. So if we talk about acidic salt, we mostly take dibasic or tribasic acid. We mostly take dibasic. We are only concerned with the dibasic or tribasic salts, not the monobasic. Monobasic includes, for example, HCl or HNO3. This does not make sense. Dibasic or tribasic salts, right? So let's just proceed further. Okay, that's done. Okay, so yeah, partially. For example, what example we can take here? For example, we have H2SO4 sulfuric acid combines with it combines with NaOH, right? Combines with NaHO NaOH. So the final product that we got through it is basically, let's write here with a dark color so that will be visible to all of you, is that NaHSO4, right? And the gazillions of examples that you can include here by yourself that I'll be listing here too. So you can see here the H ion is present. One ion, H plus, other ion, H plus, other cation, and anion, which means it's a salt. Yeah, it's a salt. But due to presence of the H ion in it, it's a acidic salt, right? So let's take an example, one more example for describing it. So let's go ahead. Let's just erase it. Okay, so the other salt, I mean, for example, they're going to note here is that okay, so H3PO4 phosphoric acid. We all have of it. It's a weak acid. H3PO4. Maybe it's the way I have written is not proper, but it's still you can got it's easy to understand what I've written. Yeah. So H3PO4 combines with, for example, let's take an example of other base. For example, it's combined with KOH, potassium oxide. So the final product that we got through it is, for example, H3. It will be H3, the KOH. So K2H, KH, PO4, which means potassium hydrogen phosphate plus H2O, potassium hydrogen phosphate. So this is a product that I have gotten. This is the product that I have gotten through it. So this is basically a acidic salt due to presence of it. You can take the example of H2SO4 here as well. So you get the K2 KHSO4. You get example of KHSO4, which is also a acidic salt with presence of the H ions, right? So now in the next video we're going to discuss about the type of the basic salt in it. So this is the acidic salt, then basic, that we have double salt, that we have a complex salt. So these are the types of salt. Yeah.